You have found the Titus Podcast Armageddon Update with hosts Christopher Titus, Rachel Bradley, and Ken Highland. And now, here's Christopher Titus with this week's Armageddon Update.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And after an amazing show of force by the Democratic electorate that came out in droves.
Voters are heading to the polls this morning in a handful of races that could give us a better picture of the nation's political climate.
In an off-year election, even in California, they came out for a ballot measure. A ballot measure?
Hey, bud, let's party.
The people spoke, and the Democratic leadership then took that mandate and bent over and spread them for the Republicans.
I ask unanimous consent the quorum be dispensed with.
I believe there are a number of Republicans who are going to join us.
Standing up to Donald Trump didn't work.
That's right. After having voters tell the Republicans that we are ready for a fight, that we will stand up and take on this fascist. So then the Democrats folded to the fascist. Here's the list of Democrats that again sold out their voters. Senator Jeanne Shaheen, Dick Durbin, Tim Kaine, Maggie Hassan, Angus King, Jackie Rosen, Catherine Cortez Masto, and Dr. Frankenstein's monster beta test, Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania.
Why don't you go where fashion sits?
Remember their names, because as a Democrat, these are who we never want in charge of another thing in this party for the rest of their lives. They literally sold out their voters, told them that they had their back. And I just want you to know, they have all taken a ton of money from AIPAC. Yeah, I'm sure that has nothing to do with it, right? So, at a time when we need some people with balls, people who stand up to the worst human being we've ever known. You guys do know that Trump is a combination of all the asshole kids that got the golden ticket to visit the Wonka factory, right? And Willie would have taken a blowtorch to Trump on the Chocolate River. And Trump's more orange than any Oompa Loompa anyway. You know, we've been screwed over by our own team. We need to stop electing strongly worded letter Democrats and get some flamethrower progressives. And sure, they're going to want to use a solar-powered flamethrower, but we need people who won't sell out their voters for money, who won't sell out their voters for power, who won't make backroom deals because some corporation said that they were going to pull their campaign contributions. Yeah, we need to elect honest, caring politicians. You know, the impossible. Something that has never happened. And when we did have a decent, honest politician, they made him ride in a convertible in Dallas. Honest politicians. Yeah, maybe we could also train dogs to be sushi chefs and cats can drive Uber. Then I'd like my wife to tell me I'm right all the time while losing 20 pounds eating peanut butter cheesecake. And the saddest thing is that these feckless, hopeless Democrat political hacks don't want to help their own voters. What did the Democrats get for voting to end the shutdown? A promise to possibly, maybe soon, one day, if we can, if the time is right, and the moon is full, talk about healthcare subsidies. The Democrats negotiate like they're holding a loaded gun to their own head.
Hold it.
Bernie, AOC, Chris Murphy, and most of the Dems are fighting force, but all it takes is a few chaos agents who will sell out their voters, and don't forget them. And when you have leaders who would rather write a letter than fight a fascist, or write a speech that rhymes instead of facing the times, it's time to upend the Democratic Party. We need fighters, warriors for freedom, liberty, and people that will use their tax dollars for us. No more castrated, weak Democrats who fold like wet cardboard. We need the Demvengers. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And Bernie looks a lot tougher than I thought he was going to look. Holy God. I can't believe it, man. So we actually show them, basically we rattle the entire Republican base. They're like, oh my God, they all got together and voted in an off-year election. That never happens. And then the Republicans go, well, we have a mandate. Let's not do anything with that at all. Damn it! Hello, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. With me, as always, the lovely and amazing Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There can be only one.
I'm probably angrier than I've been about politics. And that's saying something. Watching these 7 or 8 Democrats just fucking fold. Yeah. Yes. You were just handed, the voters went, here, man, we got you.
Yeah.
And then you guys just bailed on it?
But did they?
Well, I don't know. They haven't passed it yet. It hasn't passed yet, right?
I just mean, did voters say this is okay, or were they getting more heat than we are aware of because people need money?
All this is if you look at the overall, okay, So Mamdani gets elected in New York City. So in the place where 9/11 happened and the Muslims destroyed the World Trade Center, they elected, and where capitalism was basically born, they elected a democratic socialist. That's a swing. They're like
self-proclaimed.
They're like, fuck these guys. So then we've got California voted they voted for a regular election for a ballot measure. Yeah. And a ballot measure to cheat. Like we're so they were like
historic turnout, right?
Historic turnout, right. So and then across the country, who got Spanberger got elected, and who else? The other woman?
Mikey
Sherrill got elected. Overwhelmingly, they actually brought
Minneapolis mayor.
It was a sweep. It was and it wasn't just it was a rout.
Majority.
It was brutal.
Down ballots in Supreme Court, state Supreme Court.
Yeah, those 3 guys that they were trying to get rid of. They spent that the Republicans spent millions to get rid of. They got to keep their spots. So there was an overwhelming mandate to basically say for the Democrats, we got your back, just do what you got to do, fight for our health care. Yeah. And they fucking bailed. And here's what they got. Here's what the Democrats got. You should see what deal is. Okay. Look up the deal. Okay. The Democrats got a promise that maybe Mike Johnson will actually go into discussions about.
You fucking idiot. They're not going to talk. They're not going to pass anything.
No.
This is the only leverage that we have.
Are you telling me the Trump administration for some reason doesn't do what they say? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that this guy, who's the president and represents all the people, lies constantly? Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
Wow, my God, you are pushing the envelope on edge. I would like to say that I really appreciate you've gone all the way. But
so they're calling for Schumer to step aside.
Yeah, because Schumer's weak. Why should I step aside? I'm walking fine as it is.
Now everyone's mad at him for not managing his caucus.
He can't. He's old. He can't manage his caucus. I don't even think his caucus obviously doesn't work. He's old.
Well, according to my grandma Jean,
hey, stop!
She knew how to handle a caucus.
No, she did not say that.
Yikes!
She did not say that.
Holy God! I told everybody to stop. I told everybody to stop.
I didn't say anything, and that is not what Grandma said. That is gross.
So, the AIPAC money now, is it because what I don't quite understand? So these 7 or 8. They're in for the next 6 years. They're senators, so they get 6 years, which means they're not up.
Not one is up for re-election.
They're not up in 26. So they basically figure, well, I got 5 years to actually, let this fade. Did they do it now? Is this a backdoor deal where Schumer's like, all right, I can do it. I've written a couple of letters. They seem to have been effective up till now. So what we could do is, because I don't want to get in trouble, what if we took the people that maybe, I don't want to say that. I'm stealing Jon Stewart's bit at this point, but maybe these people, if we could people that aren't in trouble right now, let them take the bullet. We'll actually get them healed and the wounds fixed by the time they're reelected, and then boom, we can actually get the Epstein files and get this piece of shit out of here.
This makes me more mad than Trump himself. Well,
it's supposed to be, the expectation is that it will be amended to extend funding until January 30th. We can't ever pass a budget, ever, in the history of this country.
When was the last time we passed a budget?
We looked this up last
22 years, right? We haven't passed a complete budget in 22 years.
Well, I put last time, and it finished it for me. Hold on. Google did. Which means a lot of people have been asking this. 2001.
Was that Clinton?
That's Bush.
The budget ran a surplus. I think it was because of Clinton. The budget ran a surplus for 4 consecutive years during Clinton's presidency, 98 to 2001. The final year of this surplus was fiscal year 2001. It has been in deficit every year since then. So it was because of Clinton.
So we've had a quarter century where these assholes have not passed the budget. So yet, imagine getting paid $192,000 and getting a $2 million yearly expense account and never doing your fucking job.
Chuck Schumer, when you get older, the years go by faster. Right. So 2001 was like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that.
So it feels like it was, sure, we can get a budget
Clinton
passed,
and I were on the Epstein plane. It was a night. It was, what did I say? So we've got AIPAC. So can you look up how much these people got from AIPAC?
Oh.
Because it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy, dude. I know Jean Shaheen, which I just wonder if her other siblings were named to rhyme. Jean Shaheen, Dean Shaheen.
It sounds like a 70s sitcom name.
The Shaheens.
Yeah. Starring Dean
If
Shaheen.
people don't know, AIPAC is a pro-Israel lobbying group. It contributes millions to U.S. senators. Jackie Rosen got $1.46 million for 23 to 24, 1 year.
Wow.
Ted Cruz got $1.03 million in the same period.
What about the just the Democrats?
Total contributions to all Senate candidates from these pro-Israeli groups were over $78 million between 90 and 24.
Wow, that's pushing up against the pharmaceuticals. Wow. So we live in a very corrupt system, and people keep forgetting when I see it once in a while, and people put on thread Citizens United, if only for Citizens. So what people don't quite understand is before Citizens United passed in 2012, which basically said corporations, Target, the $1 billion corporation Target is considered a person now. You couldn't give a corporation, a big business, General Motors couldn't give millions of dollars to a political candidate because it was corrupt. Because if you're getting $15 million from General Motors, you're going to make sure that the legislation, you're going to favor General Motors, right? So that was a good law. Well, Antonin Scalia on the Supreme Court, who was a huge scumbag, basically was the final vote and passed Citizens United. So now, just be clear, Citizens United did not help any Americans. It did not help you or I at all. What it did was it made Target or Apple or anybody they want, all these, Google, whoever. So, I don't have any restrictions on the internet right now. Well, because Google and Meta and whoever is giving billions, hundreds of millions of dollars to political candidates. And guess what? We're never going to get it fixed. They can see your information. Actually, as of November and December, AI is going to start dragging your email. And the only thing you can do is to go in, write a thing that says, I want my stuff to be seen. And then you have to screenshot it because they say, oh, we didn't have it.
Meta.
Yeah.
And so Instagram, Facebook.
They're going to be able to see your emails?
Yes.
Everything.
All of your DMs, everything. I saw that you can go opt out, but it's really hard to find. I followed direct instructions, and I'm not a dummy. And I was like, wait, it's not here. Hold on. Wait.
You keep going back to the same.
Yeah.
What would be okay? So let's figure out how would we fix this? Okay, because we all want our phones, right? We all want our apps. However, what if there was just a rebellion where we just went, no, none of us are using a phone. I cancel your phone and you go to a landline again.
That's the hard thing because we're also tethered to it, and it's fundamental to how we live and work. So we would have to almost be off the grid. Everybody would get off the grid for a while.
I saw something interesting. Pete Davidson gave up his phone, and he hasn't touched it in 4 years. He had anxiety issues, and he hadn't touched it. I forget how long it was, but he doesn't use a phone anymore, and he doesn't use the apps anymore. And I wonder if I could find a cellular phone that just had no apps.
Yes, of course.
Can we something?
The old people phone.
I want a dumb phone.
Cricket.
I want to,
right?
Yeah, you get a burner.
Get an Acorn chairlift and a Cricket phone. And
I don't need an Acorn. I'm just saying that I want to go off the grid because I don't want. If these guys can check all your, but it's not just phone. Then it's email too.
What are you up to?
Nothing. There's the trap. That's the trap. Wait, you're not on social media and you don't want us to know everything about you every second of every day? The hell are you up to?
I think they're going to be bored. Okay, I'm going through all of these. I don't think your AIPAC theory has legs.
Okay.
So far, the first 4 I've gone through on Open Secrets, it was like 0, Masto 0, or minimal, 3,400 to Fetterman. But Tim Kaine is the first one, $130,000 last year.
He surprised me.
The AIPAC thing is curious, but I was thinking it was the pharmaceutical and the healthcare lobbies.
Angus King, 61 grand. Okay, these are more, but still not the million that
Can we get that list of how many people? That's
Open Secrets. Go to opensecrets.org, and it's God. Jackie Rosen. Here we go. Okay, girl. $1.463 million from AIPAC last year alone.
Just last year.
Just last year.
That's on top of her $2 to $3 million expense account that she gets from. Holy shit!
And then Jean Shaheen, $1,750. So she's another minimal, but holy crap, what's going on with her with the what's her face?
How much did they get from the pharmaceuticals, I wonder?
Oh, I can check that. Open Secrets. You can go and see all of the funding and just search by their name. Money to Congress. What do you want?
I would love that list and see who got the most, because Ken's point makes sense.
You can also put in ideologies like anti-abortion, and it'll filter that for you as well. So if you're wondering why people are doing certain
Can we
things,
use AI we can use AI for
interest groups. You want pharmaceutical?
Democrats that took money from the pharmaceutical. Democrats that took money from the pharmaceutical things in 24.
Okay.
Because that would make more sense, because that also would mean they would agree to, okay, we're going to talk about it. No. So everybody loses their health care on January 1st or January 30th, and you're fine with that? I am. It's the first time everybody says, oh, they're all the same. And I know they're not. And then these 7 or 8 did it. And I'm like, yeah, they're kind of all the same.
And the premiums double, right?
Double
just
or
about
more.
Triple.
Yeah, some of them triple.
Yeah. And already ours, I mean, that's prohibitive.
Yep.
For us and for.
I'd rather just take the money and put it in a bank account and just pay cash. Just because what we pay per year is so much, I would just put it in a bank account.
Oh my God. Oh, it becomes impossible. It's impossible.
Okay.
Well, they want
Jackie Rosen. Let's go
Yeah.
see.
You get they want to kill us. Like they don't.
Okay, Jackie Rosen got 700,000 from pharma last year.
Wow.
Let's see, Jeannie Shahini.
Is that
she's a weenie.
Almost $500,000
from the pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm. So this is we're just looking at one, right? Like
that's just
and
one
this
slice.
Is just pharmaceutical product or pharma companies. Yeah.
This isn't hospitals or healthcare companies.
No. We're not even
there yet.
We're not talking about insurance companies.
Right. We're just on Angus King over $100,000.
Holy fuck.
Just for 1 year. And if they're in 6 years, I mean, think about that. Tim Kaine was really kind of surprising, right? Tim Kaine, $630,000 just last year.
From pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm. Hassan. I do hope Fetterman gets voted out, because what a massive
douchebag
disappointment that guy is. I mean, he got elected and then very sleepily dragged his basketball shorts to a hospital, checked himself in, and while we paid him to be in Congress, he just stayed for like how long? 3 or 4 months.
Yep.
And I'm all for people getting help if they need mental health care and support, but maybe don't run for Congress.
You didn't know? Like you didn't know you had issues before you ran for Congress? Or you just want to get on the health care so you can go spend 3 months
so you could go,
That's what I thought.
I need to get this job so I can get that health care.
Maggie Hassan, almost $500,000 just last year.
From the pharmaceuticals.
Just from
Fetterman, let's see Fetterman. This is...
I have stress in my chest right now.
He got over $400,000 just last year. He's only been in a year, so $408,148.
So it's not AIPAC at all. Basically, these Democrats that have basically voted to motherfuck people on their health care, and the Obama have gotten so much money.
Dick Durbin, $370,000 just last year.
Holy shit.
It is such an uphill battle.
Masto, almost $600,000 last year. Just 1 year. So multiply those by 6. And that's how much potentially they could get from.
Holy shit. So $600,000 a year times 5 is $3,600,000 just by what you're getting from the pharmaceuticals in a 6-year term. No wonder these motherfuckers fight their ass off and say anything and do anything to hold on to power.
And so not only are we fighting this fascist right wing right now, that's one. We're also fighting our own sort of bought for Dems, quote unquote, that are just on the fucking payroll. And anytime somebody super progressive comes up, like Mamdani or something, he gets smeared and gets tried to get taken out by the
side.
rich. Yeah. So we're fighting like 3 battles at once.
But also, this goes back to Congress again, and I keep saying it, man. People, I know they get 192. It doesn't sound that big a deal. They're in Congress. They're our leaders. Fine. They also get between $2.4 and $5.4 million of expenses every member of Congress every year. Now, the number varies, but the lowest is 2.4 and the highest is 5.4. On top of that, they get to take all this money from, and that, by the way, Ray just listed one. That's just the pharmaceuticals. As you said, hospitals, home health care, and then we've got insurance companies.
Yep.
Then we've got automotive companies who don't want the regulations passed. Then we've got how many people from like Lockheed and Raytheon and McDonnell Douglas are giving money in. So if we get $600,000 from one company, one area, and then you add there's 15 areas. Times anywhere from 100,000 to another 600,000 per year, on top of getting another $3 to $5 million for your expenses. Are you giving up this job?
Yeah. Think about all the industries that don't want this shutdown to continue. So the Dems who are on the dole,
the airline industries,
the banking, whoever, they're all going to go start to cave. That's why they're going to cave.
Well, what they don't know about the banking industry is, and I think Trump's so stupid. The guy's so stupid. So once you stop paying people, all that money doesn't go to the banks.
Yeah.
So the banks actually have no liquidity.
Yeah.
Because there's no money in the bank. So, and then there's going to be a run on the banks. Like it's becoming a perfect storm of what happened in 1929. We've got the tariffs. We've got a kind of a rogue president, rogue idiot president.
I was going to say rogue makes him sound
Yeah,
mysterious,
exactly.
and kind of edgy,
cunning and cool.
Instead, today on the
it ain't Han Solo.
pulpit,
It ain't Han Solo.
Veterans Day, brave men and women who risk their lives defending our country. And I'm like, what? You can't even, I was going to say masturbate, but that was not the word that I was looking for.
Master the English
Come
language.
up with some
Emotion.
energy on Veterans Day.
And today, this morning, there was an honor flight that flew in. I might have been in Washington. Obama met it at the airport and got on the mic on the plane.
Pretty cool.
It's full of like 80-year-old veterans. And he's like, guys, just want to know I'm here. And they were like, you hear from the back. What? What? And guys, he stayed in line and shook every single one of their hands, met everybody in wheelchairs, whereas Trump would have ran from anybody with a wheelchair. So I want to point out that, on this podcast, we do go after the fascist Trump administration. However, we are so disappointed in these scumbag Democrats who are getting so much money. It would be worth it. If I won the lottery, I would actually I would take a chunk of that money and I would start an organization that every day put out exactly how much money these fuckers are taking.
Well, AIPAC, if you Google search them, they're very proud of this. This is their tagline. AIPAC PAC, we supported 361 pro-Israel Democratic and Republican candidates in 2024 alone, with more than $53 million in direct support through AIPAC.
PACs shouldn't be a thing.
But doesn't that sound like a mob thing?
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, we totally supported 312 of you with the $58 million. You hear what we're saying?
We got this block. We got this block.
Americans don't want to know, and many Israelis don't want to know what is going on inside Palestine. It's a terrible human rights persecution. There are powerful political forces in America that prevents any objective analysis. Not a single member of Congress with whom I'm familiar would possibly speak out and call for Israel to withdraw to their legal boundaries or to publicize the plight of the Palestinians. And that is added onto by the very effective work of the American-Israeli group called AIPAC.
So we are now, for so long, America has decided that we were not corrupt. We were about democracy and fairness and liberty and the little man. And when you see this, you realize that all these motherfuckers that are taking, I didn't even think about it. Remember, because then you always sit down and go, how the hell is someone who starts Congress worth $200,000 and after 3 terms they leave with $13 million? Yeah. It's because they get to keep all this money.
Here's the interesting thing is that AIPAC is taking Republican money, Republican donors' money, and funneling it into, for example, Democratic primaries this year. So Politico did a whole analysis of campaign finance data because people, I guess, on the left are outraged over what we see as GOP meddling in Democratic races. Right.
So they're playing their cards to trying to shift it to they're a more right or a paid for Dem, which we can manipulate. They'll help us get things done. We make and keep up the appearances that there's a two-party, and they're arguing with each other, and it's all shit because they're just paid for.
Everybody's paid.
Big club and you ain't in it, George.
Totally.
This episode brought to you by Lumen.
Which I use this morning today. I
use it every day.
I had it 2. I had it 2 this morning. Yep. I had it 2.
That's one thing I'm okay with giving over my information. Here you go, Lumen.
Yeah.
Take my.
There it is. So it's tiny. You
Fitness kazoo.
It's according to Tony Horton, it is the first metabolic coach that you can hold in your hand instead of having to go to a hospital and put on the mask and do all of that crap.
It analyzes your breath.
Yep. You open the app. I think that the morning breath is the most important, although now nighttime before bed is too. And it gives you a measurement. You inhale and then you exhale and watch your phone with great anticipation. And it'll tell you on a scale of 1 to 5 whether you're burning carbs or burning fat or somewhere in between. And obviously we all want a number 1. But it's hard to get sometimes when you've been traveling.
And drinking red wine.
Yeah. And you really, that's why it's a coach, because it works with you, gives you a macro outline for the day. Macros are your protein, carbs, and fat, tells you how many grams you need of each. And then it gives you food suggestions. My Uncle Philip and Aunt Julie, they follow the food suggestions. They shop according to those.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And they're ones every day. My Uncle Philip lost 14 pounds and he was not fat, but
I think we need to wait. I didn't even think about that. You can shop by because I look at the recipes once in a while.
The recipes look insane.
They look great.
Yeah. Some of them I've made. You've had it, but they follow it every meal. And
wow.
Yeah, they're not messing around. But that's how it actually trains your metabolism. And then once it gets you into an optimal space, then you get carb load days, which are awesome.
They scare me.
Yeah.
Me too.
When I get a carb load day.
To this day, I'm like, I don't believe you, but all right. I get close. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do 300 grams of
I know. I get 190 carbs.
I've never been able, especially if I work out and it gives me more. So it's that fine tuned that if you work out, mine automatically picks up Fitbod or Peloton or Apple Health and adds carbs or protein or fat, depending on what it's trying to get me to fix or whatever. And I don't think some days I have not hit the number. I've been close.
Lou, listen, Lou. He's my guy.
Hey,
Lou.
Mine's Lulu. She's like, oh my God, you are so fucking fabulous.
I'm like, Lou, man.
I think you need a number 1. What did you drink last night, Fatty? She calls me Fatty, but she says it like she loves me.
She said like she loves you.
The crazy thing is that once it trains your metabolism, you do start operating at a peak performance level. And so then you can deviate a little bit, but your metabolism is burning so efficiently that it doesn't derail you anymore.
Right.
So I lost 11 pounds and I have not gained it back. Before I used this, I could not lose weight. I was so frustrated and tried everything. Nothing worked. It was like I say all the time, it changed my life. I will never be without this thing. I travel with it. I rarely charge it. I don't remember the last time I charged it. It's still at 100.
I took mine on the road for a while, and then it was at 70, and it's never been. I was like, "Whoa, what? Use some power."
Is it pulling it from the air? I don't understand.
It's solar
so
power.
obviously, you get a lot of benefits from it: weight management, energy levels, fitness results, better sleep. So we're going into winter time, and this is a great time to get your health and fitness together. Go to lumen.me/Titus. You'll get 15% off of your Lumen. That's lumen.me/Titus for 15% off your purchase. And thank you, Lumen, because I freaking love this product.
Yeah, it's great.
So Republican money funneling into Democratic races. You would think that. Oh, are you texting? Sorry, are we interrupting you?
I was putting a timer on.
You checking Lou?
You would think that Democrats would say no because they could see the problems that could cause, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So it's that thing where. So what happened was the Republicans there was a lot of, I remember after Citizens United passed, there was a lot of Republicans just started taking money. Democrats, on the other hand, were like, no, we're not going to take any PAC money. Well, then they started losing. And so what they start doing, it cost, and Elon Musk, people, this is how crazy it is. Elon Musk put $270 million into Trump's presidential campaign. And so that's insane. One man put in, $250 million to get the worst human being we've ever seen or known get elected president. It's not fair to us because all of a sudden you guys do get that we don't run shit anymore. Yeah. Now, it was interesting to see Mamdani and the California Proposition 50 go through so hard because I think people are getting that the only way we can really fight this is we all have to show up.
Actually, now I think about it, that might have been the reason that they pivoted so fast because the difference between the corporate Dems and the right now isn't very. It's not different. They're all getting paid. Yeah, they're just playing for a slightly different team. It reminds me of the movie Vice with it's so great about Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney just died. And in the beginning, it showed him early in his political career.
Sorry. Sorry.
And
what?
Say it again.
Dick Cheney just died. It's like a string. Dick Cheney just died.
So,
Dick Cheney, let me finish the point. Dick Cheney, early in his political career, didn't care. He was like going to be, should I be Democrat or Republican? Doesn't matter.
Right.
And he was in college and Rumsfeld was there and he's like, hey, come work for me. And he's like, all right, I guess I'm Republican. And he's like, what's the fucking most evil Republican we've ever had?
Well, but till recently, Till this.
Now he looks like a saint.
So, no, he never looks like we called him Darth Vader. He was pretty much known as Darth Vader. We are at a place now where you realize, and I never thought we would get here. I honestly don't. And it's not the first time it's happened. If you read Rachel Maddow's book Prequel, there was a whole bunch in the 20s and 30s, exactly the same. But what ended up happening was World War II happened. And then we all woke up to the fact that this doesn't work. Mm-hmm. But if you look at what's going on around the world, there was a bomb that just went off in Pakistan today. You look, we're bombing boats. Is it Argentina? Off the coast of Venezuela and the Caribbean.
Moving tankers.
Boats that couldn't get here.
Specialized ships moving them from strategic locations where they were protecting us in as though he's planning on
so we're about to start a war. And I don't know what he thinks. He's the dumbest human being that we've ever had. You watch him and you just go, wow, you're really, really a moron. I mean, in an evil moron. It's like W wasn't a bad human being. W was not the smartest guy in the world, but he was not a bad human being. Yes, the war started and stuff, whatever. But we met him, and he wasn't. What's the word I'm looking for? Narcissistic and crazy.
Very kind.
Trump is more like. I don't even think he thinks he's evil. Even maybe he's a fan of evil.
They asked him, "You ever think you're gonna get in heaven?" He goes, "I don't think I'm gonna get in heaven."
Yeah, I did. Think
he said that was
self-aware.
But I think he's more psychopath. Like that thing in the Oval Office when the dude fell and Trump just stood there like a statue.
Switched off.
He's like a psychopath.
He was not present. If you guys haven't seen that video, he is not there. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the real moments I thought that displayed evidence of severe cognitive decline. I mean, I know we joke about him having been in cognitive decline because he's so dumb, but this was a moment where he was not relating to what was happening around him. And did you see how blank his eyes were during that? And there's a guy maybe dying on the floor next to him.
Holding his feet up in the air.
Yeah, and then you've got the moment where he calls a press conference. How long are press conferences?
Half an hour at most.
Maybe. In his office, he calls it, and then he falls to sleep during it. He can't, you couldn't just keep it open for that long?
I think between his cankles and that sleeping thing, I just got how what happens is when your heart's not working, you're having congestive heart failure, you will go to sleep because your body's trying to rest, trying to heal.
Not getting your blood's not getting oxygen.
Yeah, so you'll go to sleep.
It like runs out of speed at the knees, and then
So Trump just pardoned 77 people
now,
just arbitrarily just now in the
days ago.
middle of his first year. Yeah,
Not
all
at the end of his term.
77 people who were involved in the Republican scheme to overturn the 2020 election results.
Stop for a second. Wait a minute. I thought those guys didn't do anything illegal. Why would you need to pardon a bunch of people who were just fighting the Dems rigging the election? Why would you need to pardon all these people?
The oddest thing is that pardons are for federal charges, and not one of these people have been charged federally. They were collateral in investigations, but nobody has yet been charged federally. But also, I think it's a signaling to people because he's about to do it again in 26. And so he's letting people know that they'll be rewarded. He also said that Rudy Giuliani, he planned on giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
You know
what? My string on that.
You got to say, if you believe in loyalty, that man went to a dildo shop and talked about you like you were a god. That's a friend.
God bless him.
If you're going to sweat motor oil for me.
Between a dildo shop and a landscaping place, and I am going to have the biggest press conference ever.
4 seasons, lawn.
They are, but the clownishness of it. So 73 people. 77 people he's pardoned.
Mark Meadows, Chesborough, John Eastman, Sidney Powell, Boris Epstein.
Geez, Sidney Powell.
Lady Dr. Pepper, I told you
Holy
that the other
God.
day.
It also doubles as not only just a signal, but a preemptive in case federal, unless further down the line, if Jack Smith ends up being able to bring these
Jenna Ellis. You think about it, Jenna Ellis pled guilty and apologized, sobbing. Chesborough pled guilty in Georgia. Do you remember this? Several of these people pled guilty. Didn't Sidney
just
Powell?
Like all the 1,600 people that were got busted for January 6th. Mm-hmm.
So this is why I don't understand the period. I don't understand any of it. But this was the party of law and order back in the day. This was the Back the Blue party. These people that he pardoned, some of them, we have video physically attacking police officers.
Admitting to it. Then taking guilty pleas.
They were the party of small government, but now they want government to literally control everything.
They're also the party of no debt.
Yeah.
And they just gave the richest people on the planet Earth more money while they're starving the people that don't have any. Mm-hmm. On top of that, we lost 1 million jobs in October. People, we lost 1 million jobs in October. When Biden was president, we added 250,000 per month. We lost 1 million jobs in October.
But then gained like 32 to build a ballroom. So
those guys aren't getting paid. Those guys aren't getting paid.
So is that a job if you're not getting paid?
That's
it's a passion. You have to have a passion for tearing down the White House.
They actually sued, right? Didn't they? I think they sued because they have not paid them for anything.
Are you fucking kidding?
This episode brought to you by AG1. Speaking of passion.
Yeah.
AG1 right now for us, great time because always being in crowded airports, this just gives us immune support. It also gives me energy. Darkness, shorter days make it a little harder this time of year. AG1, I'm now doing it first thing in the morning. I was doing it before a workout because it does give me like a natural energy.
But also with RFK not reporting any kind of measles, any kind of H1N1 without.
We just want to do everything we can for immune support now.
You don't know what's coming, so take your AG1 is all I'm saying.
Also, he and I are fully addicted to AGZ. So AG1 is the greens powder, over 75 prebiotics, 75 whole food source superfoods. You get prebiotics, probiotics, adaptogens. So that is what we do in the morning. AGZ at night now cannot.
We ran out.
We just subscribe. We are officially subscribed and waiting for it to come in again.
We both had a moment where I went in to get some to go to sleep and it was gone. And I was like, Ray, where's the AGZ? And she goes, put it in my bag. I'm like, okay. And I was really bummed out. She split
the last one. I gave him half.
It's like junkies, man. we were like
so you slept half as well.
I do have trouble sleeping, like most women, and it makes a massive difference for me. Massive difference. And so we are fully subscribed. They now have We Love the Chocolate. They have chocolate mint. We haven't tried yet. But I was afraid to get it because I love the chocolate so much. It's like a treat.
It's like that super serum. Speaking of Dem Vengers, you know, at the scene in Captain America when he opens the pod opens up and he's all jacked.
And they should,
That's what I feel like when I wake up in the morning after my
I have
AGZ.
it, my stomach stops hurting if I have too much coffee. It chills my gut out.
And no melatonin.
And I have an overwhelming sense of I just calm after
you
about
get
half an hour.
superfoods, B vitamin support for your energy. You get micronutrients to help fill in nutrient gaps, especially as we eat pure garbage into the holiday season. Enzymes that support your gut health. So go to drinkag1.com/Titus. You're going to get that free welcome kit with an AG1 flavor sampler and a bottle of D3K2 when you first subscribe. That's drinkag1.com/Titus. Love these products.
Yeah, me too.
So the pardons, very upsetting for me, I have to tell you. But one of those was the spouse of a conservative congresswoman. This woman, obviously, Diana Harshbarger, has been up his butt. She voted to put his face on the $250 bill. President Trump quietly just pardoned her husband.
Wait, there's a $250 bill.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
They're trying.
Oh. So they're trying to create a $250 bill and put his face on it?
Gotta get pissed enough when you bring him a 50. You haven't showed with a 250.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, did you give me a $250 bill? Get out of my store.
As we said,
get out, get your shit, and get out of my store.
They never fail
to do something dumb.
Yep.
Every single time.
Fart.
The floor action response team.
Yep. So her husband, Robert Harshbarger, was a licensed pharmacist in Tennessee. He pleaded guilty to healthcare fraud and distributing a misbranded drug. In this case, kidney medications, some of which came from China that were not approved by the FDA.
Holy shit.
He pled guilty to healthcare
White collar
fraud.
drug dealer. Wow.
Trump pardoned him. Nobody's talking about it. Have you seen this on the news?
Yeah. Can I say something about where we are? It's just an overall. I'm gonna go macro with it.
Okay.
He's pardoning and helping and giving money to the people that were full out fucking criminals. No one's done what this guy's done. He's running a crime organization. It's fucking flat out a crime organization. He didn't even ask for permission to tear down the White House. They're supposedly, there's money missing from there's money missing. There's a bunch of money missing.
Where was it missing
the tariffs,
from? We were just talking about this.
It was the DOD, Department of Defense. DOD, and there's also a bunch
the money for
and the SNAP
benefits.
Also SNAP benefits. They can't find the money in the thing. Also, where's all this tariff money being deposited? And we don't know. And he's made $3 billion since he became president. He's only been there in 10 months now, and he made $3 billion. His kids are continuing to run his business. He's taking $400 million airplanes. He just gave $40 billion. And I was like, we were talking about yesterday. I go, he gave $40 billion to Argentina, right? So not Venezuela.
40. Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina. The guy goes to the White House, $40 billion. Why would you just give $40 billion to Argentina while you're starving your own people? Why? Well, because that guy's going to kick it back.
Right.
Oh, you know how you can do that? Oh, you can buy crypto, the Trump coin.
Why don't you use some of that money to buy crypto like the Saudis did? And then my wealth. Did you hear all those people that got burned? They actually sold out.
Easy.
They sold out. So now we've got Trump, a president of the United States, putting up his own meme coin that he's made $3 billion on or whatever it is. And now he's given countries who are fucking fascist authoritarians like he is, here's $40 billion. Why don't you spend $4 or $5 billion on some coin? And then you can use the rest.
Coat more of the things in the Oval Office with more levels of gold.
There's whorehouses that are offended.
It's blinding in there.
By the White House right now. They're like, whoa.
This is a little gaudy.
Yeah, it's a little, exactly.
I was reading
There's pimps that are like, I can't go in there, man. Why?
Speaking of, Ghislaine Maxwell there's a whistleblower that is blowing ye old whistle on the fact that she is living the high life.
Yep.
At this federal white collar prison
Boy Scout
he
camp,
moved
whatever,
her to.
yeah.
Yes.
It's basically a Courtyard Marriott.
That's not getting a lot of play either, is it?
No, because they're controlling the media. Because you got CNN's bought by a right-wing billionaire. You've got MSNBC or MS Now, which is coming, also owned by a right-wing billionaire. You've got Fox owned by a right-wing billionaire. Our entire media, because there's no fairness doctrine anymore. So our entire media is owned by a bunch of fucks that are backing up this president because they think he's going to deregulate him. The problem they don't understand, and this is, by the way, him pardoning Giuliani, it took a long time. I don't know why.
Well, he didn't. That's not going to help him with any of those state things that took all of his money. So Jamie Raskin, who's a representative, we love Jamie Raskin. He sent a sharply worded 6-page letter to Trump because of this whistleblower. The whistleblower says that Ghislaine Maxwell is actually preparing for a commutation application and receiving highly preferential treatment where she's incarcerated. Incarcerated is, I use that loosely.
You do understand.
Let me just tell you real quick. So Raskin is calling for an investigation into this, and they are asking that Todd Blanche come in and testify.
Not going to happen.
The bitchy White House spokesperson said the White House does not comment on potential clemency requests. As President Trump has stated, pardoning her is not something he has thought about.
Caroline Leavitt.
She's lovely, isn't she?
So I just want to point something out. See, so they had a meeting with Tom Blanche. He wouldn't have met Ghislaine Maxwell because Ghislaine Maxwell covered her ass. You know, she did. Her father was with the Mossad. So if you don't think that woman had enough shit to bury anybody she wanted to, you're crazy. So now she's like, well, I'm just going to let it all out. Next thing we know, Todd Blanche is talking to her in his cell. Do we have a transcript of that? No. Do we have a recording of it? No. Do we have any information of what was said? No. So they came out and said, oh, Ghislaine Maxwell said that he had nothing to do with it. Then the next day she's moved. By the way, she's convicted on child sex trafficking. She can't be moved to a minimum security prison. It's illegal. And they did it anyway. The problem I think we all have right now is that we don't know what to do. There's nobody helping. And I think I just got why I'm so mad at the Democrats, because we finally show them that we as a society, because there was independents and Republicans that voted for this shit because they some of them are starting to see that, holy God, this guy's a fucking criminal. Well, it only took 10 years, but okay. He was indicted with his dad in the 70s, but okay, he's a criminal now. Sorry to get whiny. But we don't have anybody backing us up.
Right.
And I think that's what scares the fuck out of me.
It actually is against policy that explicitly prohibits sex offenders to be placed in minimum security prisons.
It's specifically
Bureau of Prison policies.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
And they're doing it anyway.
They already did it.
So we've got this woman who can basically bury the president in a second. Adelita Gohalva is supposed to be sworn in this week. And the only thing I can think is that Schumer went, all right, you guys, we got to end the shutdown so we can get her in, we can get the Epstein files out, and then we can get rid of this dude.
It's not real.
It's not real?
No, because they're calling for him to step down now. So it's not.
Oh, I don't think he thought that was going to happen.
Strategy, although that was my first question to him when this happened was, but wait, don't they have to call the House back into session to
vote on this?
Vote on the government,
and they have to swear her in.
It would be open session, so he would have to swear her in, and then they could call for a vote to be put on the floor about Epstein.
Right.
So maybe it could be good. They never fail to shoot themselves in the foot. I just don't know.
I will say this. The Republicans, I've never seen Democrats do it too, but boy, the Republicans do it so consistently. Almost everything I know they're going to do. I'm like, oh, that's not going to go well. And it never does.
Yep.
It never does.
This whistleblower specifically says that she has prepared commutation application, a commutation application.
Wow, so it's in the works.
So, and now they're like, we don't know. You know how we always never met her, don't know him, haven't thought about it.
I didn't know
That's
anything about
always his
that's
signal
the new thing now. I don't know anything about it. I mean, the guy.
You know everything about it.
Eric Trump, by the way, has took $3 million from the Saudis. I don't know him. Who? He goes,
I don't draw children.
That's his new thing.
Who?
And then what does he say right after?
Yeah.
Who are you with?
Yeah.
From where?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nasty question.
Yeah.
Your country, it's why your country is in such a shithole. He always then attacks the country and the paper it's just like, especially if it's a woman, you're a nasty woman. This episode brought to you by Ridge Wallets, but they don't just make wallets. They make really cool stuff.
So guys, I bought when they first came out, Apple had done these batteries and you just add it to your phone because my phone would run out on the road. Sometimes I'd be on a plane and I didn't really use it. It didn't have any bonus to it really. It was just, it didn't work as great as I thought. Then Ridge comes out with this thing, which guys, I got to tell you. So it's an extra battery for your phone.
Oh, it was stuck to your phone.
It was stuck to my phone.
That.
Yeah.
And wait, you had it standing up.
Yeah. It's got its own stand on it. So you do
that's
that.
Wicked.
So basically what it does is it makes your phone, I've been sitting there timing the commercials,
I know, I was watching you.
Just to see, because sometimes
it's fine. Let's just talk. Let's get to
sometimes
this
we
real
love
fast.
a product so much. So it'll actually charge the phone like for, I don't know, 10 times, whatever it is. But look, so it's got extra cords on it so you can charge other stuff with it.
That's really cool.
I love that it's built in because they know you're going to lose these cables.
Yeah. I'm not. I have my bag is full of cables.
USB-C, B, A. What is it?
Yeah.
I have so many old cables in my bag that I could probably charge a Walkman. So it's got the stand. It's a stand for your phone. It's a charger for your phone. You charge it through these cords that are connected. You don't have to go find a cord to charge it.
That's killer to have on the road.
It'll also charge magnetically.
Yeah.
And then it just goes
Which
to the back of your phone.
Which then makes your phone a clock standing up on the nightstand in the hotel.
Yes. It's
also their wallets. You guys know that we love those. They make their premium. It's a sleek, ergonomic design to get rid of sitting on a brick all day that's falling apart. There it is. Oh, you got the olive green. That's right.
By the way, and a smoking Christmas gift. Both of these.
That's what I was going to
Christmas
say.
Gifts.
Yes. Gifts for if you do a good white elephant like we do, stocking gifts, main gifts, they make them with premium materials like aluminum, titanium, carbon fiber, holds up to 12 cards plus cash, has RFID blocking technology so you can't get hit by a digital pickpocket.
And we all know that guy, because I was that guy and you were that guy, that had the wallet that it almost looked like you wrapped a dead body in a blanket and you put it in the back pocket. Yeah, exactly. Like it was,
Are you reading
you picked a roadkill, wrapped it in leather and put it in your back pocket.
You can choose from over
and look at
50
how cool
colors, materials. He got a carbon fiber one. They also now have team branding, which is a killer gift for if you have a sports fan in your life. They have a Ridge tracker card, which is freaking genius. You need this. You always know where your wallet is because it's one of your cards.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Oh yeah, that's a great gift, ladies. If you have a guy who always loses everything,
and then you can track me too, which is good.
I can also track you because you're in the wind a lot. I'm like, where is he? He's in the wind.
I'm here under a car.
You usually are. Get your guy the Ridge tracker card with the Ridge wallet, and then you'll be able to find his wallet when he loses it every day. For a limited time, Ridge is having their huge Black Friday sale. It's the biggest sale that they do every year. It's ridge.com. You can get up to 47% off of your order. This is the biggest discount. So great time to go get those Christmas gifts. Ridge.com, up to 47% off your order during the biggest sale of the year. At the end, tell them you heard about them from Titus Podcast.
But look at how cool that
we
is.
sent you.
Look at it. You can just, it's just so cool, man. And
it's so practical.
It's one of those things that like when I saw it, I was like, you know, where you get something, you go, how come no one else thought of this?
Yeah. All those things combined, best in class.
Yeah, best in class.
Best in class battery.
Go, guys, go to ridge.com. It's great stuff. Ridge.com, right?
I love, These were great companies today. Especially for Christmas. All three of those are killer Christmas
You
gifts.
guys don't know this, but Ray and I do argue sometimes. She'll bring up a company and I'll go, what do they do? And I'll go look what they do. Then I'll read reviews and I'll go, we're not using them. But you want good products too. We have good products on our show.
We just don't always agree on
Thank you for watching our YouTube show too, by the way, guys. This week I'm going to be touring. I'm going to be in Indianapolis on Thursday. I'm going to be in Columbus on Friday and Saturday.
Helium Indy?
Helium Indy, right?
Columbus Funny Bone?
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to be doing Detroit Comedy
Ridley's.
Castle, which I've done that. Mark Ridley has done such a great job with that club for decades. Like the club, and it's still... I always talk about comedy in the walls, and the longer a comedy club is there, the seems more it gets. Like Flappers is now, when it first started, it was started in it was a restaurant and it just didn't have comedy in the walls. Now it really does. You go there and you can kill at Flappers. Mm-hmm. There's something about once a room gets the right energy. Mm-hmm. Did you notice that when you would do rap shows, like places that were new, they were like kind of weird and cold?
Yeah. And also technically, as they go, they start improving like, oh, we need to move the stage here. We need to do this and that. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, this room really
finally works now. Yeah.
But it really is. There is a living, breathing thing that happens to a room where comedy is that he calls it comedy in the walls. But I've told him this before. I used to go, and when I would visit clubs that I was running, when I did operations, I would sit in the showroom during the day when no one was there. And I remember some of those rooms, like the Boise room. I mean, it was like... there was a warm energy happening in that room, which we know energy is a real thing. And you think about that kind of energy directed in those walls so much that it makes sense.
Well, it's a lot of laughs and breath that just got absorbed into the drywall and into the... I'm thinking of the science of it. It's got to be...
I'm just saying it. I noticed it about 5 years into stand-up where someone had opened up a new comedy room and it was in like corporate in a strip mall or something, and I was in the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month. It was just cold.
Yes.
And then and I come back a year later and it was like, oh, this room's awesome now. Because it had the right smell of yeast that they hadn't killed out of their beer lines.
Oh, there was all,
little bit of French fry
undertone.
Little French fry undertone.
Clean the lines.
Is that a tiny bit of vomit from drunk people after second show Friday? I believe that is. Oh, there's finally comedy in the walls, which really means puke on the floor. Is what I'm saying.
We had a lot of puking in the Shreveport room.
Shreveport. Wow.
That was a lot of puking. So Donald Trump is now saying he's making another promise. And I thought this was an interesting view that he has learned to say, doing real estate in New York, he learned to say whatever the customer wanted to hear, which has worked surprisingly well for him in office. If you think about what he has promised that hasn't come true,
none of it.
Flawless healthcare system.
Zero.
And again, I say to you, this is his second term.
Concepts of a plan.
He didn't do it the first time, and that was 4 years.
And not only did he not do it, remember when she brought that big binder out that one time?
It was empty.
And it fell.
Sweeping tax cuts. Cheaper groceries. Specifically said $2 a gallon gas.
Nope.
Ukraine war. Over in a day.
One day.
He's now telling Americans that we can expect a $2,000 check that he wants to personally sign. He put on his True Social platform that it would be siphoned off from the massive tariff income pouring into our country from foreign countries, which isn't the definition of tariffs.
Guys, the tariffs, his own attorney in front of the Supreme Court admitted that the United States citizens, the people that live here, pay the tariffs. They did it in court at the Supreme Court. One of the justices goes, so you keep saying this is a blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, no. She goes, who's paying the tax? Who's
lawyer.
paying it? His own attorney said, well, the American public is paying it.
Yes.
So the $2,000 he's going to give you back is your money that the Supreme Court, if they outlaw the tariffs, he has to send to you anyway, and then there's no tariffs. If you accept the $2,000 and you don't want him to stop the tariffs, then you're going to pay that $2,000 in tariffs again. So just let it go. Let it go. We're going to get the money back.
Well, so he says he's sending you a $2,000 check.
So we're also supposed to get $5,000 from the Doge.
The Doge savings.
Yes. It's also worth mentioning.
Yeah, the Doge savings. Yeah, that was huge.
Actually, not allowed to take revenue that goes to the federal government and redistribute it to American people. It's actually not legal.
He doesn't give a shit. If the man hasn't given a shit about anything. How many? He's done 290 executive orders.
That's actually, this article says, according to a document you might have heard of called the Constitution, he's not empowered to take in tax revenue and redistribute it as he sees fit. Do you see how that could cause a little bit of a problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
what's missing? The money's missing.
Well, I can't find it. I keep searching and nothing is hitting, which means no one's covering it. So where did you hear that?
Well, there was a big Gatsby party, so it was a pretty extravagant party. So that was expensive.
Can you believe that? Like, I don't, how do you? So he doesn't want to give people money for food that they've already on the program for, and then he throws a Gatsby. Like, why don't you just have a Trump flag that says "fuck you" on it? Fuck you, America, because like he had a Gatsby party.
People don't even have $250 in their savings account, and some asshole is pitching to have him on a $250 fucking bill. Like, fuck you. Okay,
building a $200 or $300 million ballroom while he's appealing the SNAP benefits decision in court. He's appealing. The judge ordered that he needed to give people food money, and they appealed it. And he's building a $300 million ballroom, and he's currently negotiating with the DOJ to get paid $250 million
because
to reimburse him for all of his trouble during the cases that had evidence to prove he was guilty.
You know, in the good old days, we would march and we would pull him out of their office, and then they would lose their heads.
And then there would be let's just call it a party in the street.
Yeah.
That was
there's
quite
something
a party.
at on a spike.
They had puppets at one point. Yeah. One puppet on a stick in his hiney. Ooh, that was a really tough ending, wasn't it? You know, it's just a good...
It's a sharp ending.
It was a very sharp ending in his ending.
As of... I think if they're going to do public executions again, man, I think we should go back to a trebuchet. Don't listen to it. Like, let's fling a guy.
Yeah, I want to see some aerial acrobatics.
Just a guy cartwheeling. There you go.
We could place bets on distance.
There you go.
Yeah, I'd get into that.
Yeah, like a lottery for distance.
That's on fire.
Thing. And you basically you get all the guy's stuff. Whoever gets closest distance, there's no will. Whoever hits the distance gets that guy's stuff.
Yeah, and throw his stuff at the...
So funny. I just think the other ones are too violent, you know. But the trebuchet, fling a dude.
I'm into that.
That's hilarious.
Sell tickets to that.
It goes to our love of Jackass.
Yes.
If we have public executions that were just fun.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Why did they use trebuchets to begin with?
They were to throw giant rocks.
Yeah, it was the first giant projectile.
They would put
for what purpose, though?
Wars,
battles.
It was bomb. It was a bomb.
You could take out like a castle.
It's like a Flintstones era bomb. It's
cover a rock in tar, set it on fire,
and throw
then
it.
Just
throw it. Take out like 5 people.
Yeah.
On a wall.
Set a hut on fire.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Okay,
I think they used to throw
down
people
with this.
I think they did used to throw people.
That's what I was looking up to see if somebody else had thought of that. Trebuchet throwing people is what I'm going to search.
By the way, Trump has in his first 100 days signed 143.
There is a human-powered human trebuchet.
By the way, very, very flowery name.
Historically, trebuchets were used to launch bodies of dead enemies. So that's awesome.
Disease body.
You fling the dead guy back. That's a real morale killer.
Coming in.
That's how you kill morale. Is they send their best and you just fling them back dead. They also would send disease-ridden corpses.
Guys, stop looking for Mark. We're
gonna hit the mark with Mark.
Sometimes severed heads to spread terror and disease, but not live people. There are currently human-powered human trebuchet rides that exist for recreation, but they have resulted in serious injuries and fatalities.
Yeah, because so you got a guy running a trebuchet, and depending on your weight, there's like an airbag right in the distance, 100 feet away. And they're shooting people in an airbag. No, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
No, good. I'm good. No safety thing. You're just going to fling me to that?
That's kind of
So
awesome.
as of November 5th, Trump has signed 212.
Holy shit.
Just this term.
Pardons?
212 executive orders.
Yep.
How many days have there been this year?
It hasn't even been 212,
I mean,
has it?
75
Holy
million.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's been 14 years. He's been president for 14 years since last January.
Do you get when I say that how dumb it is that people reelected him? Period. We could just end the podcast right there.
Yeah.
That people reelected him because he was going to lower prices, give them good health care.
Stop the Ukraine war.
Blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And yet he already was in for 4 years and did none of that.
None of it.
So they were like, no, this is my guy. He's gonna, but he didn't already.
Yeah, but that's that Dunning-Kruger effect where, there's something so Dunning-Kruger is basically the people that are the dumbest think they're the smartest, and the people that are smartest know what they don't know. Mm-hmm. So the Dunning-Kruger effect is like, so you got a bunch of people that are going, nope, hold on. It's the chemtrails. Mm-hmm. They're running the weather because there's no way pumping poison into the atmosphere for 100 years would affect it at all.
Can I say something about that? I have a family member who has now said to me twice in the last 2 days that I don't know. I just think, which is the new thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that they're controlling. Somebody's messing with the weather. And
you don't think?
I got off the phone and I went to him and I said, this is what gets me about these people is that they are willing to do the mental gymnastics leaps to say climate change. This is in all things, but this is a specific rather than just agreeing with science, research, evidence. What we can see that we released a lot of chemicals into the air and the water during the Industrial Revolution.
For 100 years, yeah.
That for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. We know that we saw that releasing chemicals into the water in little towns killed all of the sea life, killed people in the town. Cancer occurrences were like tripled, quadrupled. Aaron Brockovich, they loved that movie. Do you think that wasn't real all of a sudden? Right. Well, that happened because the industrial company was leaching chemicals into the ground and into the water.
Well, that may be, but I think that there is a technology.
So you would rather tell me
in Alaska. It's called HARP.
Let me bring it home.
And what they do is they send electricity out into the world, and that changes the weather. Yeah, sure, blah, blah, blah. Maybe some kids got sick.
I just had a whole point. I just want to make this point that instead of just saying, okay, that makes sense. We don't believe in radical, policies. Got it. We can work on that. But let's just acknowledge, no, you would rather say that someone is sitting in a room in Washington, D.C. and controlling the weather. I don't get it.
Do you know they don't even hear themselves as crazy? Or like the planes that hit the World Trade Center were holograms. I heard that too.
Oh my gosh.
I heard the Earth is flat. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's having a comeback.
Well,
there's a fitness chick that I follow. I told you she just posted. I don't care. I'm just going to say it. The Earth is flat.
This has all been financed too. Disinformation has been paid for.
These people aren't going to stop. I think the only thing that may break the fever is if Trump dies. And maybe break the fever. Someone pointed something else. I remember the assassination attempt, the one where he got shot in the ear, that his ear has absolutely no scarring at all, and nothing has happened to him. And yet it was a .226 round, which would have taken his head off, even if it came by it close. All right. Someone pointed something out about him, and I read it, and I thought, oh shit, he's a chicken shit. Do you remember the one time when he was at a rally the first term against Hillary, and they said there was a bang, and he started to run off the stage? He's not a guy. He's not a guy who puts his fist up after he got shot and screams fight. Yeah. He's not that guy.
Yeah.
He never has been. He's a chicken shit.
Right.
He avoided the military 5 times. So for some reason, the guy whips past him with a .226 round, basically, quote, blows his ear off, and he stands back up, and they wrap around him, but let his head stick out for 40 seconds
and lower the flag and
lower
set up a shot.
That's
all
crazy.
the camera guys, and everyone was like, wait, let's get the shot.
You've got to go watch the video of that incident. The crane, while they're getting him, they wait till the flag. They don't even get him off stage. They let the flag get lowered behind him, and then they do it. It's the craziest shit.
Well, did you say that the Secret Service on those rear shots, you can see the Secret Service guy telling several cameramen over here,
come back this way. It's a better
moving
shot.
them to the front
shot
of the stage, and then I don't know about.
All I'm saying is this.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
If bullets, it's what I believe.
It's what I believe.
If bullets are going around, people should be running.
Yeah, that was very odd.
They didn't. They surrounded him, but didn't keep him down. They let his head stick out. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All the people around him.
I would fire everybody. Hey guys, did you guys also drive the convertible with Kennedy? Did you guys because you're supposed to hide me?
Yeah.
How
many grassy knolls there are around here?
Speaking of one more thing, ETA, Nathan in the group Election Truth Alliance has now, bring this up here, it's in the news, has filed a lawsuit to do a recount. I think it's in Pennsylvania. You can bring it up. Bring up ETA. And you should read it because they've now done enough research and backup. And, and Ray said something. We were in Tacoma this week, and it was a great show. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody at the Tacoma Comedy Club. And the new show, I'm off book, and it's starting to just really fucking sing. So, guys, come see me on the road. This show is really good. But we were there, and when we get off stage, we were signing posters, and which I'll be doing on the road too, by the way. Ray's not going to be there, but it'll be me. And people would come up to us and go, "Hey, thank you for the podcast. I get my news from you guys now." Do you know why that's happening? Because the news isn't covering the fucking news. The news isn't doing the news. Rachel Maddow and maybe Lawrence aside, no one's fucking telling you what's really happening. There's shit happening left and right that you're like, wait, what? How come I didn't hear about that? Yeah. Well, because the people that own the news are right-wing billionaires now, and they're running it the way they want to. And it'll go back.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they're going, thank you for the news. So anyway, ETA, did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was in Cambria County in Pennsylvania's Western District. They filed a lawsuit against the Secretary of the Commonwealth and the Board of Elections of Allegheny, Cambria, and Erie counties to compel hand count audits of the 2024 election. So Cambria County, for example, certified completion of logic and accuracy testing, claiming all of their voting equipment was properly verified. However, ETA found subsequent official emails that directly contradicted that certification. So
there's also some voting.
They were unable to scan completed ballots.
They printed 65,000 extra ones.
Ballots were stored in emergency bins until newly printed scannable ballots arrived. After polls closed, officials began hand counting ballots, but later chose to duplicate them onto the new ballots. So human beings were duplicating.
Wow.
And then what was duplicated was counted.
So they have gone
65,000.
Just statistics. Now they've got smoking gun.
They didn't count the ballots that were there. They recopied them.
65,000 ballots were
Holy shit.
Generated. Yeah.
Wow.
Official county results show 55,661 election day votes, over 9,000 fewer votes than the number of duplicated ballots, leaving the final disposition of those votes unclear. So where did those other 9,000 ballots go?
Wait, so they had 65,000 votes. They copied it and only ended up with 56,000?
They failed to provide ballot chain of custody and documentation. On top of that, as you were saying, election forensics indicate red flags. So that was just the physical, what happened and why it didn't make sense. On top of it, of the 67 counties, at least 38 use ES&S systems and 14 use Dominion. The ETA compared votes received per candidate with registered voter turnout in those 3 counties, as well as across the state. Utilizing election forensic methodologies, both systems exhibited voting anomalies in the presidential election that mirror vote manipulation documented in Russian and Bolivian elections.
The Russian tail.
The scale of impact in Pennsylvania potentially exceeds the 120,000 margin of victory for Trump. Comparable anomalies have appeared in Minnesota and in North Carolina, which use similar election equipment.
Jasmine Crockett came out and said that she wants us to outlaw the Dominion voting systems because because you do understand that. I'm glad someone in our government is finally talking about this. So, guys, if you remember, we had Nathan from ETA on, and he kind of broke it down for us in a way that we were like, "What? Wait!" Yeah, so all of a sudden, up to in 2016, at 500 votes in the precinct, all of a sudden it would start changing votes. Okay, it would start changing votes where Trump was actually getting 3% more. Okay, at 500 votes, just randomly. At 500 votes, it would start doing that. Trump lost that because of the write-in vote. Then in 2024, 2024, right? Is that right? 2024, so that's in 2020. In 2020, Trump lost because of the write-in vote. In 2024, they started changing ballots. Nathan showed that at 250 votes, they halved it. It started giving Trump extra 3%. And this is on the Dominion voting machines. Dominion voting machines, by the way, has been purchased by another right-wing billionaire. Just want to point that out.
How can you have voting machines that are owned by
private company?
Right. I don't.
Right.
What are we doing?
Well, this is what I don't understand. I don't understand how come there's no screaming. There's no a bunch of people going, we are starting our own election. I mean, we have one because Chris Krebs said it was the country itself. We have a special group of motherfuckers that are nonpartisan, 50-50, and these machines have to be dead on every time.
Yeah. And why not consistent? Why no consistency? Why do we have different types of machines that do things differently? And some are hooked to Wi-Fi and some aren't. Like,
this should be standardized.
Yes.
Well, first of all, none of them should be hooked to anything.
Yeah.
Right.
They should be just a standard counting machine. None of them should be good. They should print out a total at the end.
Yep.
They should be calibrated for like literally the morning of the election. All right, we start at 8 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we recalibrate all the machines. Now, the problem is whoever that person is may try to recalibrate the machine. So what we need is, and Trump hates write-in voting because it has to be hand counted. However, what you just pointed out was that somebody came in and copied ballots and refilled them out. That's some bullshit. How come people aren't getting furious about this?
And whose votes didn't get counted?
What? There's 9,000 votes missing? What?
This, I think, like you said, is more of a smoking gun where Nathan is so careful to say the name of a voting machine or, because of legality. But that is just, there's votes flat out missing. And people hand reproduce them.
And that's not even the New York case. The New York case is still, the New York case, they're actually hand counting all the votes because there was a bunch of ballots where Trump won the presidency, but Dems got down ballot. Like so nobody does that.
Not these days, especially. No. This is
so
not.
We are in a dark time in America, people. Walls are back up around the White House. He's building a giant ballroom over the bunker at the White House, just like Hitler did. Let's hope that ends the same.
But sooner. Then you have some of the head cabinet officials have now officially moved on to military bases.
Yes. So
Stephen
what do they?
Miller, Duck Lips,
McShooty
Dog,
Big Shooty,
McShooty Dog. I can't ever remember her name. Christy Noem,
Puppy McShooty. We'll call her. Her name is
McShooty Dog.
Puppy McShooty. That's her. Puppy McShooty has moved on. That's it. We're good. Good. It was an assist. Puppy McShooty. We got to call her that. That's my favorite thing ever. And then Stephen Miller, and there's someone else too. Someone else did it. Was it Besant?
Few of
No, Hegseth.
Yes,
Hegseth.
that's right. That's right.
So here's the thing. What's going on that we've got government officials living on military bases so they're protected? Like, what's coming?
Jinx.
Is that Atlas
that's
thing?
Twice.
What is that? Are we aliens on the way? Because they're moving into bunkers.
Are you watching that? I'm watching that. Are you keeping track?
I'm not like watching
the
it,
thing
but
that's coming towards us.
Let's talk about
Centipede.
Put it up. 3-eye Atlas.
Yeah.
3-eye Atlas. So NASA went quiet about it.
Yeah.
NASA went quiet
That's
about
not
it.
good.
China's actually putting up pictures of it. They're saying that they don't think it's a comet now. They think it's made out of, it's manufactured.
NASA's website, it just says, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
on it,
exactly.
on the homepage. Just
Big letters. We are no longer able to be contacted.
Yes. The acronym says.
We live in the core of the earth now. 3i Atlas. Anyway, it's this comet that's and they say it's coming towards us, but then I read yesterday it's going to go past us and just keep going. The problem is The problem is, well, it's on this weird parabolic orbit thing. It's not. It's on a straight orbit. It's just cutting across the universe, which it's not being affected by the sun's gravity. It's not being affected by gravity. It's not being affected by the shit that normally see comets do.
Physics.
And it's physics. Yeah. Science.
Not,
everything we know. You know the rules of the universe? For some reason, it's not being affected like a rock would be affected. Yeah. So that's weird, right?
It's actually not interstellar. It's extrasolar.
Extrasolar? Came from another...
It's not a member of our solar system.
Right. And it right.
It's not woke.
It was formed around a star in another system beyond our own so long ago and so far away that it's taken millions, perhaps billions of years to reach us.
It has windows and everything.
And and it keeps dumping poop out of the back.
They are
and
saying,
little guys waving. It's weird.
Yeah. It's the
BBC
weirdest comment ever.
Is saying that it's going to head off into deep space again, leaving our solar system behind.
It was like
continuing its journey through
and
the
it's
Milky
hauling
Way.
ass. It's doing like 236,000 miles an hour.
Just to confirm that we're still fucked. And then it's just like, yeah. Not yet.
Well, I mean, I would tell you this. If it is something extraterrestrial, they ain't telling us. There's no way they're telling us.
No.
There's no way
They're
they're
not telling us anything. Plus, we don't have the bandwidth to carry all of this every day. I mean, it's like, and that's what they want, though. They want us to tune out, but...
It's what they said it. Bannon came out and said it. Flood the zone.
Yes.
Every day, 7 things that you have to deal with on the daily.
Yep.
Starving people. We lost 1 million jobs in October.
Government shutdown.
Gas prices up, grocery prices up, no paychecks coming in. You cannot pay attention to how much money they're taking out of the back of the fucking White House if you're trying to feed your kids. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's the point. That is it. We were talking about this the other day, that is the point in starving people that are hungry or scared of being hungry or their kids being hungry don't have the energy to fight back.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the point.
They're easy to control.
The cruelty is the point. Yeah.
Well.
All right. Thanks for listening to this comedy podcast. Glad we could brighten your day.
So at this point, I hope 3i Atlas is aliens. I hope they came in and they were like, listen, guys, we weren't going to come back. We put you guys here a couple million years ago to see what was going to happen. You've basically been an ant farm for the last couple 100,000 years. So we started to get some reports that you're fucking it up.
Yeah.
You know, we actually did a probe and we sent out a probe. We checked your atmosphere. Turns out
to probe in your atmosphere. I was like, where is this going?
We probed your atmosphere and we found that you guys have poisoned the planet that we gave you.
Happen, and it is not pleasant.
And not to you.
And to help you along, here is a PDF how to build a trebuchet.
Yeah,
here you go. Home Depot list.
They go. So we're gonna basically do a quick overall worldwide basically hallucination, and we're gonna show you guys what the real world is, and then we see like what's possible. Here's what I don't get about what's happening right now. We're heading towards war. We've got Ukraine and Russia fighting. We've got Trump blowing up just boats in the fucking ocean. We've got, he's talking shit about all these countries. We bombed Iran. And this doesn't end well. This ends in a world war again.
And the fact that they're all moving to bases.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's
not great.
But you're right about that flood the zone thing, because it is impossible to keep up with all of it. You think about it. So remember when he came in and he was going to buy Greenland and that went away. And think about all the things that have just
Canada's
gone away.
Canada's going to be the 51st space state.
That went away. Gulf of America. It's like he first got in and we were like, what the hell? And now it's so true. You realize, it is. It's just all designed to keep us like
distracted.
On the defense. We're like constantly like this and you're not efficient at all.
Can you type in where is the tariff money going?
Also, the only time that the flood the zone wasn't working for about a nice 2 weeks was at the peak of the Epstein push. Right. He tried every tactic to distract.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
And nothing was working. It was the only time that all that flood the zone shit didn't work. Mm-hmm. And then it just took a little extra time. Took 1 extra week, and then we're back.
Yep. I wonder. I wish. I pray to God the Democrats are smart enough to be getting them to open the government so they can swear in her and then release the Epstein files. What we need to do is, and I hate to say this, but Jack Smith, I don't know what would happen if he came out and dropped his information.
He's trying.
Yeah, but
also I'm like, why are you having to ask for your own files back, you dummy? I mean, I know he's a by the book guy, but you left without all that evidence. It doesn't exist anymore.
I will never, ever forgive Merrick Garland for jerking off the entire time. Yep. I almost think that he was part of it.
Had he started years before, tariff money enters a general fund from which it can be used for a variety of government expenses, such as paying bills, funding programs, or paying down the national debt. Only Congress has the authority to appropriate this revenue. It is not earmarked for a specific purpose. It goes to federal aid programs or tax cuts in Trump's
But what bank account?
Hold on. That makes total sense. Okay. So he knows he can't touch that. However, he can give Argentina $40 billion, get a $4 billion, whatever it is, kickback from Argentina through his fucking meme coin. Holy fuck, man. Holy shit. I am discouraged.
Yep.
At least. That's a nice understatement. Come see Titus,
it's
Indy, Helium, Columbus Funny Bone. A couple of those are sold out.
Hey guys,
Ridley's Comedy Castle is sold out in Detroit on Sunday too.
Yeah,
but next year we'll be back at the theater. So we promised we would go back and forth. So
yeah, guys, do me a favor. We have actually put up. We have less than 100 now. We had some box sets, the first 7 specials, plus an interview that we had for sale. They're great Christmas gifts. We dropped the price of $60 for 7 specials. Well, it's 8 discs.
Autographed.
8 shows, 7 specials, and autographed. I signed like 100 of them yesterday. We're under 100 now. If you guys want to get them, they're only $60. Great Christmas gift for a Titus fan. And thanks for watching and thanks for listening. And we have taken this on this year. Just know that I'm out there doing my show, and we are going to continue to keep beating on it here at the studio until we get beaten on.
Also, next year we're going to do things a little bit differently with theater shows.
Yeah.
So if you want to be notified about those shows, make sure to go to ChristopherTitus.com and sign up, get on the email list.
Yeah, 2026 we're moving
for all kinds of stuff.
We're moving to theaters.
onto a military base. You want to get notified about that.
Yeah, and we're this next year Ray will be coming sometimes. Jet graduates in May, so he'll be on the road with us doing some stuff. We're like the Partridge Family or the Jonas Brothers.
For the people that sent the picture of your dog that watches the podcast every week waiting for Groucho to make an appearance, this is for you.
There you go.
It's the cutest picture ever.
Say hi, Poo-Poo.
Thanks, guys. Okay.
Just see you guys later. Yeah, Tice Podcast.
Bring us home.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the Groucho, Chaplin, the lovely Bomb Show, Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be anyone.